Good afternoon everyone and welcome to this week's Crucible Chat. As usual, my name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict, and this is my weekly place where I can rant. We are doing, well, today I'm having a really poor attempt at Clash on First Light, which is my least favourite map, mostly because just the size of it, it just kind of encourages campers and snipers, and it gets really fucking annoying. But either way, and before I actually get into what I want to talk about, a few people have asked me about on the Evil Within video I put up the new TGN Army thing that's appeared. So TGN, I joined my new network this week, and that's their branding. So going forward on new series or videos like this, I'll be having the TGN branding, just, you know, as part of my network. But either way, that's the kind of YouTube business stuff aside. So what I wanted to talk about today was, it's actually kind of halfway a video response. If you're also subscribed to BiPolarBearKO, and I recommend you should be, he put a video up the other day about games that are being released at the minute that are just consequentially broken, either through bugs or online issues or whatever. I'll put a link to the video in the description. It's well worth you watching that and then watching this, because I kind of wanted to add some points to it. So in that video, Rob, or BiPolarBearKO, goes on about games like... he doesn't so much talk about Drive Club, but he talks about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the matchmaking system, same with Halo, Master Chief Collection, and then the atrocity that has been Assassin's Creed Unity. And I just kind of wanted to add things to that. I mean, basically, these games are coming out at the minute, and they're not fit for purpose, they're not working. Assassin's Creed Unity, particularly, has had so many bugs, it really should have been delayed by a good few months for them to get it right. And despite the fact it was already delayed by an extra 2 weeks to give them a little bit extra tweaking time, there was still so many bugs, and it was released in an unfinished state. You know, as textures weren't loading in, characters were falling through the world, the AI was fucked, all that kind of thing. But the kind of bit, the bit that I more want to talk about is the online stuff. So, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, even like the new World of Warcraft, the World of Draenor, I think it's called, the new bit that's being released recently. All of them have had issues with online with matchmaking, and then the big one is Drive Club. They're all kind of multiplayer social experiences, and they have issues, you know, pairing you with matches, getting you signed in, that kind of thing. And it's because of this console generation's new move to kind of proprietary servers. So rather than PlayStation Network or Xbox Live be the host for all these games, the developers themselves have to do their own server technology, and Xbox Live and PlayStation Network just carry, basically. And that's causing issues. I mean, Drive Club especially, Evolution Studios had to build their own server farm to deal with this social racing experience that is Drive Club, and it just didn't fucking work. And this is the frustrating point, because for all the people who aren't able to connect and play, I don't understand how they've actually managed to get to this point, because, and this is the bit where I bring my own experience into it, because I work in IT, I work for an IT firm, and I have done network testing, and let me tell you, it's not hard. Let me reiterate, I know how to test servers. It is not difficult. Now, the issue with Drive Club, I'm going to go focus on Drive Club specifically because they're kind of the only dev that's been very open about the issues that they're having. The issue with Drive Club is people are coming on and they're not able to sign into the server. So this isn't about an issue of like performance or gameplay or anything like that. They're literally just not able to sign into the server.
You're in the lead.
Now, you get any bit of server technology and do what you want with it. You know, you build in whatever system that you want, and then you have to test it. Okay, it's a simple thing. You've got to test it. There are tools out there which automate what happens when someone makes a new connection to the server. And you can do this as much as you want. So you can do it to automate just the connection and then hold the connection, or you can get it to automate the connection and then push some activity through it as well. And this is how it's done around the world. Any kind of internet-connected technology, this is how it's done. I've done this before. I've done this with government programs that I've worked on. Now, what you do is you automate this system. You basically you have a system. It's almost like a screen capture program. You just tell it, do what you need to do, click what you need to click. The system records it, and then it can loop it, and then it can repeat it, and then you can tell it to repeat it for 1,000 users, 10,000 users, 1,000,000 users. And what you do is what's called breakpoint testing. So you test and test and test and test and test, and you load in all these connections till the point where the server breaks, and that's when you know that is the max the server can take for that particular operation. Okay? It's really common sense stuff, this. So, you know, if I was leading the testing on Drive Club, I would get a PlayStation, hook it through an automated testing tool, simulate a connection to the server with the PlayStation, record that, put it through the testing tool, do it a million times till it breaks. Well, inevitably that's probably going to break on the first iteration. Wind it down and down and down, so 250,000, 500,000, sorry, 750,000, 500,000, 250,000, 100,000, all the way down to the point where it doesn't break. Then we know that's what we're working with, and then we report it, and hopefully the technology gets upgraded to work. That is what testing is for. Okay, you're supposed to break it so you know when it breaks. Now, I don't think Evolution did this properly, because at the end of the day, the actual connection to the server, and I don't know what goes on the back end of Drive Club, so, you know, this is just my educated guess here, knowing technology like they do. But the actual act of signing into a server can't be much different from the act of signing into PlayStation Network. There can't be that much data passing through, and the fact that we are now, well, I think we're now 6 weeks down the road from Drive Club being released, and it's still not working properly. You know, some of the multiplayer stuff is still turned off. Some of the advanced features still aren't working. Which begs the question, what kind of testing did they do? Did they even test anything? Did they just like turn it on? Hey, there's some lights on there, it must be working. You know, that kind of thing. And then it's the same with the Master Chief Collection. And bear in mind, Microsoft invented the concept of online gaming on a console with Halo 2. This is the 10th anniversary of Halo 2. It should be working. And the fact that it isn't is ridiculous. You know, I mean, granted, it doesn't have the problems. The Master Chief Collection does not have the problems that Drive Club has. No, it doesn't. But it does have lag. It does have issues with connection. It does have a multitude of other little niggling problems that all clag together to build up to a big problem. Now, this is the thing. Halo was the benchmark. You know, I remember when Halo 2 came out. I had an original Xbox, I got it, I paid my £39 or whatever it was to join Xbox Live at the time. And I got in, and it was pretty much like the week after release date. I got the game, I went in, and I played online, and it was amazing. And it worked, which was the key thing. The first time I connected in there, when everything was busy as fuck, it worked. And I don't know how we've ended up in this situation where people are releasing games that are using technology that is old now, you know, 10 years old, the concept of Xbox Live. The concept of networking and internet is obviously much, much older than that. But the point is, you know, this technology has been around for a long time. Why are these people fucking it up so badly? Now, Assassin's Creed Unity, I can understand problems with that, because this is a whole new thing. It's a new engine built for a new generation, and Ubisoft dropped the ball, basically. They fucked it up, they didn't do it right, and it's fucked up. But I can understand why it's fucked up. You know, it's the single player that's wrecked. It's, you know, I mean, I know it's a multiplayer game like with co-op, but of all the problems that are reported with it, I haven't actually seen anyone say anything about problems with matchmaking or with actually connecting to their service. So the problems with Unity are different to the ones I'm kind of ranting about here. So yeah, I'm very perplexed as this. I mean, the Drive Club thing especially is a fucking shambles, and especially the fact that apparently the game itself, when you actually get into it, isn't that good. But I think developers need to sit back and kind of really consider their ability to release a game at the minute, because I understand why some of these games have come out when they've come out, because they want to get the Christmas market, but it's leading up to so much bad press. You can't keep releasing broken games and then release patches to fix it. I mean, hell, The Evil Within, as soon as you get The Evil Within, there is a day one patch, which is quite common these days. But if you play it without the day one patch, it is an actually broken game. It is so broken, it's unreal. You know, I mean, it suffers from frame rates, drops, and resolution issues, performance problems anyway. But if you play it without the day one patch, it is worse. So that game was in development for like 4 years, and it has still had to have a day one patch. It still had the last 4 weeks or something from it going gold to being delivered. There was so much more that they could have actually done. It's just insane. And I get that games are more complicated now, they're more advanced, there's more technology involved. You know, they're harder to build, they're harder to code. But even then, the indie scene can come out where one guy can make a game and it runs perfectly at 1080p and 60 frames a second. Granted, it doesn't look like Destiny, it doesn't look like Halo Master Chief Collection, whatever, but still, the fact is one guy can make a game that performs better than a game made by 300 people at Ubisoft. What does that tell you? You know, and especially with the fact that we're now being screwed about this, because with games having these full online experiences, obviously it's hard for reviewers to actually review them without like kind of a live environment. So it means we're not able to get reviews until, in some cases, a week after release date. And then again, in the case of Assassin's Creed Unity, Ubisoft didn't send out release copies until like some of the review copies like till a couple of days before release. So we never found out. You know, we wouldn't have found out about these issues on release date, and this happened in America as well. It came out here on a Friday, came out on Tuesday in America. The reviews in America were embargoed until the Thursday, so people were buying it on release day and had no idea of these issues because there was a press lockup. And I don't know, it's getting weird at the minute. The gaming is in this very strange place, and I don't like it. It's not good. It's definitely not a good place to be, because games are being released that are broken. Publishers are refusing review copies left, right and centre, and it's this whole interconnected thing. I mean, what about the people that don't want to pay for Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus? I mean, I pay for PlayStation Plus because I want the free games, basically. I'm a mercenary like that. But if it was just to play online, I wouldn't pay it, because I mean, Destiny is the only game I play online. But now all these games are coming out with online features that you must be connected and have a PlayStation Plus account for, or an Xbox Live Gold account, and it's like disconcerting, because like on my Xbox, which actually isn't connected at the minute, I don't pay for Xbox Live. I haven't paid for that in about 4 years. If I ever get an Xbox One, I'll probably pay for Xbox Live then, but it's a lot to pull out, to be fair. It's 40 quid for a service. You know, you don't physically get anything for it. So, I don't know. It's just, there is this situation coming out where games are being released unfinished, people are still buying them. I think what we need to start doing is voting with our wallets. And I think people need to invoke their consumer rights. You know, if you buy a game on release date and it is broken because the developer hasn't developed it properly, you take it back to the store and you get your money back. Because at the end of the day, money in Ubisoft's pocket is not going to make them realise that they've done a bad job and they need to stand up and do a better job next time. You know, you need to vote with your wallets. You need to stop giving these companies money, and you need to just enjoy the games that do work. But this has been my Crucible Chat. As you can see, my team lost. It was a bad match, but trust me, the match I did after this was awful. That's why I don't like this map. I didn't even get a fucking reward this time. So, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do leave a like and subscribe, and come back soon for we've still got The Walking Dead, we've still got Lego Batman 3, and Evil Within will be starting soon. I'll probably be doing some more Half-Life soon. But thank you so much for any support that you give me. I enjoy it all. I love you all, and good night.